I would pay
This is
big
my
money. Sorry, I
recommendation.
keep going off on sidetracks here, Jason. I would pay big money if Apple had a virtual Mac subscription that I could do, like I had a server, a Windows
Right.
server at Stewart.
Yeah, yeah.
If they would say, we will give you basically a high-end Mac environment to use, secure
Right.
connection, you just remote into it. We monitor the uptime like our IT department did at Stewart, right?
Yeah.
I never had to worry about it being down. I would pay a lot of money for them to maintain that environment for me and to let me get to it from a 12.9-inch iPad Pro all day
Wow,
long.
so think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. How long have people been asking to be able to dual boot Mac OS on an iPad? Maybe that's the solution to that. Apple, and you know Apple listens. I believe Tim Cook is one of the subscribers.
Yeah.
Think about that. Make a fully functional remote desktop instance of Mac OS part of the iCloud subscription, right?
Yep.
Add another $5 or $6 onto it. You know, I'll
Or
go ahead. I'll pay
10 or 20.
15.99.
I would pay,
Right?
right? I
Oh,
mean,
hold on now. I wouldn't pay that much for it. So
you might not, but I would.
right, right. No, but I understand what you're saying. And make that part of an iCloud subscription, right? So somebody buys an iPad Pro 14-inch, I'm hoping for this year that's coming up, and you say, hey, part of that subscription now, or if you wanted to add a subscription, you can have a desktop instance of Mac OS Sonoma for $15 a month. And that'll kind of, you know what I mean? You'll
Yeah.
be able to be able to do some of the heavy lifting on that desktop, and I think that's a really good idea.
I mean, it means I don't have to maintain the operating system. It means I
Right,
don't have to worry about checking it for malware or any of those kinds of
right,
things. It means I don't have to worry about the backups. It means my photos, which I know is an episode we want to get to, that I download
right.
in full res onto my Mac, I wouldn't have to worry about having a physical Mac to do
Yep.
that because they would be sitting there. No, I probably still want a backup somewhere, but I even got thinking about that. Wow, if I went no
Right,
Mac, what am I going to do with my photos? And then I realized you were going to tell me. So, in an episode here soon. So,
right.
it just takes away all of my angst around Mac OS, right? All of that
Yes.
complexity somebody else is dealing with, which is exactly what I had when I was at Stewart and exactly what we gave to the executives too, right? We told them,
Yes,
hey, if
we
you
did.
need to go in and do heavy lifting, you press on this little jump icon right here, you put in your
Mhm.
ID and password. It's going to connect you into this. And oh, by the way, if there's a problem with it, you call IT. There's nothing you need to do about
Right,
this. And
right.
they had
We'll
all the
take care of
power
it.
that they needed, all that kind of stuff. And surprisingly, we had some very non-techie executives. We had some of both, right? But we had a couple of very non-techie executives that all we had to do is show them how to do that once. And they
Right.
thought it was the best thing ever.
Yep.
Ever.
They got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be ideal because then I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about any of this. And that's why I say I would pay more than what you were talking about, is because it just takes
Right.
away all of this discussion. And every 18 months, I would gladly update to the next iPad Pro that came out.
Right. Somebody send this to Tim Cook. We need this.
Yeah.
Apple maintaining it. You know it's going to work perfectly.
Yeah.
You know it's going to work smoothly. Yeah. I love that idea.